No matter how religious you are, no matter how spiritual you are, you must know that attraction plays a very vital role. And I'm not just talking physical attraction, even mental attraction is there. So you need to consider attraction on different levels before deciding to go with this person. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Betty Dewu. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're not so new, you're also welcome. This is a place of love and a place to learn as well. So without any further ado, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you ways you can know that guy or that lady is the one for you. You can take my words for it. Trust me. The first way to know that they are the one for you, number one, consult God. Consult God. I know this might sound a bit archaic or not work, but trust me, it is the most important step to actually knowing when a person is for you. Consult God. And I must say that before consulting God on this particular matter, you need to make sure that you have a relationship with God, which means that you must have been communicating with God on other matters, right? It's not that when you want to pick a life partner or when you want to fall in love, that's the only time you know that, I have one God somewhere. No. Having a relationship with God means that you have been moving and working with God prior to this point of your life where you want to choose a life partner. Because if you have not been talking to God before, you cannot recognize his pattern or his way of speaking to you. So if God has not been speaking to you on previous matters, how will he speak to you on this particular one? So have a relationship with God, because he's the one that knows the heart of a person. It's only face that we see. We cannot see the heart, so we cannot see the mind of a person. So God is the one that created everyone and knows the intent of our heart. So if God is not involved in your selection process, it's 50-50. It is not even guaranteed at all. So you need to consult God, because God is the one that knows the person that is fit for your journey, fit for the plan and purpose that he has for your life. So if God has chosen somebody for you and you are sure that God has chosen that person, the rest is easier, very, very easy for you. So yes, that's the first step. Consult God to know who his will for you is, to know the person that he has ordained for you for that journey ahead. Okay? Next thing I will say is make sure your values and your vision are aligned. There must be alignment of value. There must be alignment of vision, which is why you yourself as a person, you must know what your vision and your purpose is in life. Because if you don't know it, how do you even know that the person coming will fall in alignment with it? See? So you need to find out what your vision, your purpose in life is, so that you can know the kind of person that would actually fit into that vision. Okay, which is why also you need to talk about everything. For alignment to happen, you need to communicate, right? Before you decide that, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, you need to talk about everything: money, faith, religion, politics, talk about children, talk about parenting, talk about everything and anything you can talk about, so that you can tell where the mind of this person is. If there are some things that you feel like, okay, this one is not really a big deal, you can let it go. We don't necessarily have to align on this. But there are certain things you must align and agree on for peace to reign in your marriage. Because long after the old butterflies attraction ends, these things are what would hold your relationship together. So parenting, money, family, what are your values on these things? What are your opinions and thoughts on this? There must be alignment too, so that there will not be fights. Okay, so that one is very important. Also, you need to consider their character. Character is very, very important. How do they treat people? How do they act around other people? This is very important, because long after butterflies have settled, character is what will remain. Character is what will determine how they will treat you beyond the times they feel like, even how they treat other people, right? So character is very important. You need to look at the character of a person and really think and ask yourself if the way they act, their character, is this something that pleases you? Is this something that, yes, you concur with, you like, and you find attractive? Because character will show more in marriage. Anything that you are seeing before you get into the marriage stage, you will see times 2, times 10, times 100 of it when you get married. So you need to consider that as well. Another thing that I would say to consider is, how do they disagree? How do they fight? Because the question is not whether you fight, it is how you fight. In this life, no matter how you love yourself, there will be a point where you would disagree, there will be disagreement, there will be conflict. But how do you settle this? Is this person someone that is mature and wise enough to actually disagree without insult, disagree without hurling at you or just being unreasonable? Can you communicate? Can they communicate their feelings? Can they sit down to have conversations with you? This is very important because communication is the hallmark of every relationship, not even just marriage. In marriage, you'll be communicating a lot, you'll be talking a lot. So if this person is not someone that finds communication very, very important, you might want to reconsider your option. So how do they communicate? How do they disagree? When they are angry or disappointed at you, how do they make this known? Because it will play a vital role in the decision you're about to make. So how they communicate is really, really important. If the way they communicate is not something that you can cope with or that is not reasonable, then you might want to reconsider being with this person, because communication is very, very important. Yes, it's okay to disagree, it's okay to fight, but how do you do this? How do you handle disappointment, disagreement, conflict? Then also, how do you feel around them? How do they make you feel? Right? Do they make you feel seen? Do they make you feel respected? This is very important because this is someone you're going to be spending the most of your time with. So it is very important how they make you feel. Do they make you feel safe? Do they make you feel seen? Do you also feel attracted to them? Because attraction is also very, very important. No matter how religious you are, no matter how spiritual you are, you must know that attraction plays a very vital role. And I'm not just talking physical attraction, even mental attraction is there. So you need to consider attraction on different levels before deciding to go with this person. In summary, I just feel like once the first factor of God is checked, every other thing will fall in place. It just makes the entire process, a bit more easier. Not entirely easy, but it makes it easier, because once you know that a person has the Spirit of God in them, you are sure of that. Every other thing can be worked upon. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Till I see you again in the next video, don't forget to like and also share, subscribe to the channel as well. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.